Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the conclusion of today's episode. Today's very special episode, the after school special edition of.
As soon as you say very special episode, I get like those like flashbacks of this is our drugs episode.
I was someone pointed out earlier. They were like, "At what point do the Ninja Turtles show up and tell Dan it's not okay to do drugs?" Yeah, but I think it fits. I think it's a very special episode. Cool.
In this game, the Ninja Turtles come and do drugs with you, though.
Yeah, and then y'all have sex. So it's on you, Andrew. What's happening? Tell me.
Yeah, what's happening?
What's the deal here?
Okay, so
what's going on?
Coming back from the break, we had Micah just like go over to the Dark Tower completely.
My throat was out. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You say that like the power was out. Like, oh, my throat was out.
And so, yeah, I think you like aren't in control of yourself for a minute, and we just see Micah like get up and walk out.
Okay.
We'll
like
list
the
you
dark
as
power
another
just like
thing.
inhabits me.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, like you feel this. It's like this hand reaching through your spine, and then like wrenching you up, and you just sort of like it's kind of have to stand up and walk out.
Okay.
And it's like talking in your ear the whole time. It's just like, oh yes, no, we have work to do. We have work to do. Come with me. But no one else sees this. Well, actually, you know what? Lenore sees this. You see
Lenore
this,
sees that
I
I
see
saw
the
it.
figure like
and like meat puppet Micah from like his arm goes in like through here and just like lifts him up, and the figure's arm is like 8-jointed and it's like hovering over Micah and is just like meat puppeting him out of the room, and this figure is just like following behind, like walking him along, talking about like, oh yes, we have work to do, and it like turns and looks back at you with its 5 eyes on its blank face, and they all like light up golden.
Wait, he's looking directly at me?
Looks directly at you and then walks out.
I as soon as those eyes like lock onto me, I move from where I'm standing and sort of like have been stationary in this like pool of blood and like try and like duck behind the wall, or something like
Trying to hide.
that. Like that gaze in itself is like terrifying, like,
Yeah, it feels like something pushing on you.
Yeah, it's like really scary. So I sort of like move and like duck onto one of the lockers, like heart beating if I were alive.
Maybe pass through the locker and back into the bathroom.
Yeah, well, like I just escape,
Yeah.
like
So the nearest point of escape would be back into the bathroom because he's leaving the bathroom.
yeah, I'll take shelter there. You can see the bloody footprints wherever there hasn't been blood on the floor, like of like Lenora's passage.
Yeah, and so Gavin, you're still in the bathroom holding this jacket. Micah has just like suddenly got up and blown past you out the door. All the faucets are still running. There's still this like loud white noise. There's blood everywhere. It's just like a total disaster in here. What do you do? And maybe you hear like a clatter as one of the bathroom stall doors gets like slammed shut and then opens back up, because it's like, Lenore falling through, half materializing, bumping into it, slamming.
Yeah, I'm like really out of sorts.
Yeah, you keep like being like you fell through the wall. You didn't mean to, but it just like you were like
exactly
not corporeal, and it keeps like happening, like you're phasing in and out.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of standing there with it like washing over my feet, and I like look down, and my first thought is that like these were new shoes. And I had to stay there so long to like get them.
Oh, and they're
my
all
next thought is,
swampy and
like,
gross. Yeah.
Yeah, like the next thought is I should turn the taps off because I'm kind of in shock. And I'm like, right, taking control of this situation, I'm turning the taps off. And I'm like looking at the things on the mirror, and it suddenly clicks for me. I'm like, oh, Lenora, are you still here? I have no idea what I should do with all of this.
Yeah, and the
Holding my
mirror is
jacket.
like refogging now. Like the words are like fading, but there's this like red fog going over the mirror now because there's all this like misted blood water. Yeah, so it's kind of like vaguely pinkish.
Okay, so you just turn off all the taps, and as soon as you say like Lenore, are you still here? Like one of the taps is like turns off again.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell just happened? I could really. I have no idea. I didn't want this to happen. I could use some help.
Would you say that you would love it if she were here?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
So materializing basically, like, I imagine behind you, or in front of you, because like you would have turned to look at the tap coming on. Lenore, as she was last time you saw her, there's sort of like a coalescing of like the misted sort of like fog, blood, hot water, and red grossness, like this sort of like vague sort of like phase in, of like Lenore standing there like with her hand on the faucet, and I blink a couple of times, like, because my vision has changed back to like the usual sort of like
there's like color in the world.
Spectrum, yeah, exactly. And I turn to you and I say, thanks for coming.
I thought Micah was like dead. Corey killed her, but then she came back to. Is she a ghost?
He.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Is he a ghost as? Are you a ghost?
Is it really important right now? I don't know what's going on with those two, but there's a thing. It was up at Mr. Evans' classroom. It startled me, and then I saw it again, and it was controlling Micah. It took him somewhere. I don't know where they've gone.
So Mr. Evans is a ghost.
No, it has nothing to do with Mr. Evans, as far as I know.
Outside the door, you hear that like distinctive like sound of duct tape being unrolled.
Yeah, I don't have any idea what's happening. They're not going to think I ruined the bathroom. I couldn't afford to.
We should leave. We should leave this place.
And then you hear the sound again, and like a tearing sound.
I go to like push out, open the door, like leave.
So yeah, the door opens, and you see these like pieces of tape that have been stuck to it to try to like seal it, and they're kind of like dangling, and you hear the like as you break it free.
This is what they did in the classroom. The duct tape, the tape all over the doors. I'm sort of like looking at the pieces.
So you're both outside of the bathroom now?
Yeah.
Is it a crime scene? You put it up? No?
Yeah, and the door just like slams shut, and the tape is like stuck to the wall again, and you just see like more tape running down the one seam on the door, and like the pool of bloody water has already dried up and is just like a brown, kind of indistinct brown stain, and there's all that like transparent plastic over the door being held by the tape.
Thanks.
Trickster guy cleaning up my messes.
I should go home. Like I don't want anything to do with this. I wanted to help out Micah. It looked like
you did, but he's still in trouble. I'm sure he's still in trouble.
And like
Corey looked like for a minute, he looked pretty crazy as well. There's something going on there. I thought he was just being I thought he was a jerk. I didn't think he'd try and murder people. Maybe we should
the bell rings.
Okay, the hallway getting more populated.
And then people start like flooding into the hallway from outside and the lunchroom and everything. And it's like, yeah, there's kind of this surreal, like it was really quiet, and then suddenly there's all this like noise and movement. And
we need to find Corey, and we need to find Micah. And we need to figure this out.
What about class? It just
but we're gonna be late for class.
You can tell that when you say like, but what about class? Like Lenore's like really torn. There's this moment of
genuinely.
There's this genuine moment of like my routine, like the thing I do every day. Like
I imagine her just like slightly sinking into the floor when she has that moment of doubt.
Yeah, it's just
start to go through a little, and then she snaps back.
Yeah. No, we have to find them. The first place we should look is Mr. Evans' classroom. Okay, are you on board? Yes?
Yeah, just tell me what.
Okay,
what
come
I'm
on. I grab your hand and I like try and sort of like because you're like super reluctant, you know, like you seem to be like very
Yeah,
hesitant.
I don't want you to touch me. I want you to.
No? Okay.
No, I want you to hold steady first.
Okay,
Like,
so I go to reach for your
like a really
hand.
bad idea. I don't want you to do that.
Yeah.
Um,
Alright.
And yeah, I think you're.
So yeah, I go to reach for your hand and then I guess I have to roll something or you have to roll something to stop me?
Yeah, well, so you're gonna roll to hold steady in order to touch Gavin.
Yep.
Okay.
If there were a way, I would have his 6-foot radius condition count against you, but it can't in this.
Yeah.
What do I roll for hold steady? What's
cool.
I
that?
believe it's cold.
Cold. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh.
10.
Yeah, ghosts are very cold, as it turns out.
Okay.
So-
yeah.
Like,
So I succeed in holding steady, which I guess means that I touch you anyway.
Yeah. No. Like I like wish really hard for a second, and my whole body tenses up. It's like you feel that for a second, but like you go for it anyway because there's more important things going on.
Yeah, like I need to move your feet off of this spot. Like is what I'm thinking. Like once you're moving, you'll follow, but I need you to move, kind of thing. And I'm headed up towards Mr. Evans's classroom, up the
Yeah.
flight of stairs that it takes to get there, or what have you.
You're like the first human contact I've had for a long time.
Yeah, if you can consider me human contact,
maybe you
certainly.
don't see it. As you start to move away, there's like a slight flush to Gavin's cheeks. And
Oh.
doesn't know how to deal with this.
yeah, roll to turn Gavin on.
Okay. Hot. I don't have very good hot. I'll tell you that much.
Or
Pretty hot though.
Well,
Gavin is.
So turn on. I don't know the rules for any of these things.
Okay. So to turn someone on.
On a 7 to 9 for turn someone on, they choose one. Give
Yeah.
themselves to you, promise something they think you want, or give you a string against them.
All right, that's up to you then.
yeah, no, it's perfect. Give themselves to you is just like, yeah, whatever you want. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
come with you.
Yeah, you do the thing I say.
And so you just get like pulled along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
And I imagine you're like very big, tall.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, 6'4", 5.
Yeah, we
still
didn't
in
clarify that, but you're freaking huge, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
huge and
Aw.
like
And like little ghosts
mm.
dragging him around.
Yeah, and you also this whole thing is weird because you know I'm already dead. Like you specifically know this, like because you know how I died.
Yep.
Okay, so
Listen,
so we're
as someone like he's someone who is constantly like given shit for his like physicality, right? For being huge and smelly and like having a body that no one likes. Of course, he likes the girl with no body. Like you're perfect.
It's a perfect.
I saw this going one of two ways. I would have to make that distinction myself, or we would get into an argument where I say, like, I wish I was as invisible as you. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Aw.
Yeah, the two have
so
this. Like,
so we move over to like Mr. Evans' classroom. Like I'm looking for that weird setup that was there before. Like you know, I suppose if the bell's rung, maybe there are other people going there too. I don't know. I go to look.
Yeah, so we're. I'm kind of curious what Corey is doing right now after turning into a swarm of rats and.
Where did you run away to? Yeah.
Yeah, where do you go when you run away?
There's a room above the theater where they store all the
God.
props and stuff.
Of course.
Of course there is.
So I'm sitting in this big like kind of Shakespearean looking like a Victorian like chair, this like overstuffed chair. And I don't have my jacket on, but I've got like, you know, I'm like wearing like a fake like fur like robe, like a king like kind of robe that was used in one of the productions.
Yeah.
And so I'm just sitting there on this throne, like, you know, wearing my sunglasses, just like sulking, just being like, and feeling like honestly like a little sick, like I'm very full.
Yeah, you
and
overdo it.
just sitting there like scowling and like being
Oh, you got
angry.
like a blood hangover.
Yeah, and I'm just surrounded by like miscellaneous props. There's just like, yeah.
Great. Okay, so we're at Mr. Evans' classroom.
Yeah.
The door is covered now on the outside as well with the red duct tape at the things and the weird clear plastic over the window, duct tape to it, and the red duct tape. And Micah, you're inside of it. You're inside the classroom.
Okay.
And the other two show up outside.
Okay.
Micah, the trickster, is explaining to you all the ways in which you're going to help them. They're just like, okay, and then you're gonna, so like, and is like instructing you and like sealing off the room, and so like all the furniture is gone from the room, and it's getting you to like tape, like cover everything in this clear plastic with the red duct tape at all the corners and everything.
Okay.
It's like making you do all that. So I'm gonna pull one string.
Okay.
Have this whole situation be a thing.
To have me do the duct taping instead of the dark power.
Exactly. So you're like prepping the space or whatever. The two of you are outside the door. You can kind of see this happening. You don't see the figure. You just see
Something
Micah,
moving in there,
like doing red duct tape stuff.
You can hear the duct tape.
Yeah, and there's that like steady like rip sound and the tearing and then the rip and then
I turn to
like rustling
Gavin.
of the plastic sheeting.
I turn to Gavin and I go, see, what did I tell you? The door is just like they were trying to do downstairs. The thing, I don't know what it is, but the thing has been here. It talked to me last time.
And like there are some people walking around, but they don't really take notice of this. And like you two probably don't see it, but like because of where the camera is positioned in this shot, like down the hall, we see another door that's had the same process done to it. And there are like less students than there should be. And everyone looks kind of nervous, but they don't know why.
Yeah. It's like,
what do you do?
What do you want me to do? I'll do it. It'll be, what do you, what's up?
I'll take a look inside, and if I shout, just come in, help. I don't know what's going to be in there.
Are you sure you should go in? It seems dangerous. I could go first.
I'll take a look. Maybe I can sneak a little bit. I don't have to open the door, so we won't make too much of a noise.
Oh yeah.
And I sort of step forward, not at the door, but like at the lockers, like near the door where the wall would like go through into the classroom.
And so like Gavin is totally cool with her going into this room.
I think he waits like half a second, and then he kind of like, he's like, oh god, what if she gets hurt? What if Corey bites her? And then I'm just gonna like try and smash the door in.
So what I would propose here is that y'all could offer experience for doing what y'all want. If you have strings, just be like, hey, let me go in first.
Gavin has a string on me because he knows how I died, so you could use that.
I used that up to make you not touch me.
Yeah.
So,
okay, you did. All right.
That or like, I'm just wondering if anyone wants to like put dice behind it or engage the mechanics to like get their
I
way
don't think we
here.
can.
No, I think we sort of just have to go with what we got. We don't have strings on each other, so.
No.
I go through the wall, like the locker and the wall, and into the room. And as soon as I put like my arm through, I imagine I just hear the door get like, like kicked in, basically. I imagine. Yeah.
So yeah, cool. Gavin like forces the door, and Micah, you just hear this like horrific sound of like straining like wood and metal and like the plastic sheeting like ruffling against itself, and like the door like smashes through the like at the deadbolt or whatever, it like tears through the frame of the door and swings in and like probably breaks off one of its hinges and is like at a weird angle and it's like hanging there. And fucking Gavin is just like Kool-Aid man his way through it.
Yep.
Well, and I'm definitely like I'm at someone's mercy right now. I'm not feeling like strong and confident like I usually do. So like this big like 6+ foot like person barreling through the door is just like shit, dude.
Yeah, you just hear this voice that says, "Oh, would you deal with that?"
Would I deal with that? Says the dark power. Oh dear. Okay. So against my better judgment, I go up to Gavin and like it's just at this point it's an empty room covered in plastic, right?
Yeah, it's just like multiple layers of it, so everything like you can kind of see the walls, but not really. And there's this kind of like it looks like there might be something beyond the plastic that wasn't there before. It's hard to tell.
I mean, I would like to say that during this happening, I've passed through the wall at the other end of the room.
Great. So,
but I'm behind the plastic. I haven't come like through the plastic.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in a minute. But let's do this other thing, and then yeah.
So I'm really tense, and I look at Gavin, and I'm just like, me and Mr. Evans are working on a project.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yep, it's a moment of awkwardness, and you broke the silence, so I'm gonna activate icebreaker again.
Okay.
I love this move so much.
So what does this do?
I will let you know once it is rolled because it's like totally different. But I failed it.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
So what does that mean?
Do you have any string, Dave? Do you have any strings on?
No.
No.
Okay, and it has no special clause when you fail, right?
No, it's just I guess to do with conversation and like blurting things out, and I don't know.
Okay, great. So you're like, you say like we're working on a project, and then you just like you hear this rustling in the other end of the room where Lenore is coming through,
Mm-hmm.
but then like Lenore, you're getting like dragged by something into somewhere, and do you scream on your way out, or?
Of course.
Yeah, so there's,
100%. The first thing I do is scream as loudly as possible. Like if I'm being dragged and I try and like
and
get
you're
out of it
between
and
the
I
wall
can't.
and the
Yeah.
plastic sheeting, and
Yeah.
something is like dragging you into this like space beneath you or something.
Yeah, like I basically try and go in corporal again to like pass through whatever's holding me, but I can't, I
Yeah,
guess.
because it's like sticky, and you just end up like pushing against this plastic sheeting as you, and you two can see it.
Yeah, you probably see like my arm sort of like flail through the plastic sheeting, you know, like kind of like, oh God, help, you know, like.
Yeah. And
So
then,
we both turn at her scream and notice that happening.
yeah. You see like her hands pressing against this plastic sheeting, and you can like kind of indistinctly see her through the like 2 or 3 layers of it as she's getting like pulled into somewhere.
Oh dear. Okay.
Just start ripping it off the walls. Give you an opportunity to do something if your trickster doesn't want you.
Yeah, I definitely. I need to deal with Gavin, and you're probably gonna try and save her, right? Or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
I'm gonna attempt to lash out physically against you. I'm gonna try and like push you back from if you go for her. I'm gonna try and like hold you back. You're huge and scary.
So yeah, so it's less lashing out physically because the intent of lashing out physically is to hurt someone.
Okay, so I'm trying to shut him down.
You're trying to shut him down.
I'm trying to shut him down. Okay. All right, so yeah. Yay.
Oh boy.
That's a 4.
That's
That's
definitely
a
a 4.
4.
You guys are making me work today.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Dark power. I'm so sorry.
Oh, so Micah like comes at you, but you know, Gavin, like Micah's really small. He's just like, it's like,
I mean,
you know,
he's normal, but you're giant.
he's just this little like speck, you know, like nothing. Would you like stop him like physically if he's coming at you, like trying to like push you or like punch at you? Like, how do you react to that?
Yeah, I think I take a couple of like pushes or like slaps or punches.
I mean, I'm not flashing out physically, I guess, so I'm just like pushing.
This is
holding.
Yeah. Just like you're like pushing at me, and I'm just like weathering it.
Mhm.
and it finally occurs to Gavin that like these people can't really do anything to him. It's like it's kind of a little bit of like power drunkenness, like starting up, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm actually like really big.
Yeah, I'm huge and
Like, what?
intense.
So much smaller than me. Like, I don't have to do what they want. I want to save this person. I don't." And it's just like a walk through. In fact, it's not even like a body. It's a full body check out of the way.
Yeah. So take one harm, Micah. You get knocked on your ass by him just like pushing past you like you're not even there. Like you're nothing. And so yeah, take one harm. I think also Gavin gets a string on Micah. I'm just gonna say that
Yeah,
that's what
probably. I mean, if I had been successful, then I would have gained a string. So not being successful,
Yeah, I feel like
he does.
this is like a reversal of circumstances for you. And also, like, any time that Corey wants to get involved, he is more than welcome to show up. But if he's just lurking in his Phantom of the Opera,
He's brooding.
that's cool too.
Yeah.
Let me know how you're doing.
I mean, eventually I would get hungry for more sweet
More
sweet
Micah?
Micah.
More of that sweet Micah blood.
Yeah.
And in fact, you know what? Yeah, like, despite feeling like your stomach's really full, you're like still hungry. It's just this like nagging thing, which like as you get less nauseated by your own gluttedness, it starts to become like a very, very quickly soon after.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so Micah, you're on your ass. And
Yeah, okay.
Gavin is like tearing at the sheets of plastic off the wall that you just spent all this time and energy putting up. And again, you hear that voice just like, oh, it's a pity that you're so useless. You need more. Am I not giving you enough?
I'm just like, I'm panicking and I'm like definitely feeling completely useless. I'm feeling like I was given all of this power, and when it came time to like turn the tables back, I couldn't even like do anything. So I guess I'm probably like, I don't know, reaching for something more. I'm like, I have to do this. Like, this is the exchange. Like, this is my soul on the line here, you know? So yeah, I say yes.
Oh, good. Oh, good. So we're gonna add another string. And what exactly is it that you need here?
I mean, I'm trying to do what the Dark Tower told me to. I'm trying to stop Gavin. I need this. I guess at this point he's stronger than me. I need him not to have strength. I need to strength.
Yeah, so like you reach down, like your hands on the ground to support yourself, and like you realize that under the plastic there's actually like a gun.
Oh shit!
Under the plastic there.
All right, that's a thing. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe you just must have not noticed it before.
Maybe, yeah. So I like put my hands on the ground because I fell, and I feel like the cold metal, and I like look at it, and I'm just like, fuck.
Meanwhile,
is there anything I can do to escape this shit? By the way, like
yeah. So Gavin like tears at a certain section of plastic, and there's just like a hole in the wall that leads to this like completely pitch black room, and Lenore, you're in there, and it's really
okay. Cool. So I've been like dragged through the wall into this like extra dimensional space.
You got dragged down, but now you're like over here. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. You're in this like freezingly cold room. Like it feels like a industrial freezer or something. And there's like kind of like a stale freezer burn meat smell.
I'm immediately looking for surfaces I can go through.
Yeah, and like you bang against the walls and they're like completely impermeable, but then like Gavin like rips open this plastic and you see like stone and like steel like crumbling and parting, and it makes this like hole in this.
I run directly towards them, like as soon as there's an opening, like I am all over it. Like,
so is she running away? Is she attempting to run away?
So like I'm trying to get out of this place.
Yeah, do you want to get out of this like whole situation, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into the classroom if I can, or like wherever everybody else is. Like I don't want to be alone in the darkness with this thing that I know is gonna do something weird because it's scary. You know, like that's my experience right now.
Cool. So you get like barfed out of this hole as Gavin opens the thing. Micah, there are these two people in front of you, and you have a gun. What do you do?
I raise my gun at them, and my hands are shaking, and I'm like, no, like it wants you, like
You get back in the hole.
yeah. I'm like pointing a gun at you, and I'm referring to this creepy monster. I'm like, it wants you, like you need to do what it wants. Like we need to do what it wants.
We all just need to join forces and do what it wants.
I'm standing there and I start to put my hands up like I don't want to get shot. And then I just kind of like start giggling a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Wait, you can't shoot me, you know, like it's not going to do anything. like I'm kind of just I look hysterical, you know, like I really do. And I point my finger at you and I go, you want to kill me, you know, like.
Omae wa mo shindeiru.
Yeah. Like, why? For what reason? You know, like this thing, we can fight it, you know, like we don't have to do what it says. And I want to blame her.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, you are doing
so
that.
badly for the it's all him. Sorry, I keep fucking it up.
What does it mean if I'm blamed?
So I need to roll a die.
Okay.
I need to roll dark. Let me see what we get for blaming Micah. Let's.
Oh my dear lord! What even?
Whoa.
The shit.
Holy
Blamed
shit.
AF.
So what does that mean?
Blamed so hard.
You have the blamed condition now. Like you're blamed for like a bad situation that I'm in, a death. You know. And dark 10, 2 people, up to 2 people. The blamed condition. On 7 and 9, give 2 people it. Okay, so I just don't take a negative. You're blamed now, which gives me advantage on a lot of things, basically. Like,
Towards me, okay.
It gives me an additional 1, basically.
All right, so you just blamed me for putting us all into this situation.
I basically just like pointed my finger at you and like in the middle of my hysteria, like and having a gun pointed at me and that being like surreal and funny for some reason, and like I'm pointing at you and there's sort of this dark intent, you know, in it, like very much like maybe you don't feel anything physical, but like Lenore's not like this, you know, like she's quiet and timid and
yeah. Does anything change about her? Does she get like does she get like transparent, partially transparent? Or
yeah,
like...
you when she like goes like I blame you, you know, like sort of like pointing, you can see this sort of like flash of like her skin almost disappearing, like this like skeleton, and then it's back, and then it's you know like
you're going all Galadriel,
very like Banshee-esque, you know, like
evil elf ghost.
Okay.
Yeah, so like still skin, but just like stretched very tightly over the skull with no like.
But it's just like quick moments of it, you know, like back to normal, sort of thing. I think, yeah.
Cool.
So I definitely feel that Micah knows that he's the reason that this situation is happening. But he also knows that this is the dark power. Like this is like he has the power and he wants you. So I move the gun from pointing in the general direction straight at Gavin, and I like maybe make a move to step forward, and I'm still like kind of like shaky, like. And I'm just, she might not be able to die, but I've touched you. You can. Get back in there or he dies.
And so the voice just comes in. It'll work just fine if they wrap themselves in it. You don't need the whole room.
In the plastic?
Oh, yeah.
So you're saying like I should get back in there or you'll shoot Gavin?
Yes.
I feel like this like sobers her immediately from this like state of like you can't threaten me, like it's impossible, to fuck. You know, like,
and Gavin just says, "Don't worry, I'll be fine." And he takes a step towards you.
Towards Micah?
Gun pointed at him. Yep.
I feel like
Oh, I have a good idea
someone
here.
is making a move here.
Or I mean, it's either it's either a move or Gavin just gets shot.
Yeah, honestly.
Either
Don't worry,
Micah
Gavin,
is
I can
shooting
save
someone
you. I have a plan.
I mean, I'm like threatening.
I mean,
What-
are
feel like
you
that
gonna
would be
are you
like
gonna
shutting
do it or
them
not?
down.
Right? Like
I would do it. So
Yeah,
is that
also-
rolling to lash out physically? Is
you're just shooting him. I think it's just you take harm as established.
Okay.
I have a thing, so that's why I'm doing it.
I don't know. You do you. You be your character. But
Yeah.
I'm trying. Yeah, if we're trying to roll something for some reason,
can I like try and like get Micah to like hold back? Can I sort of do like a don't, you know, like as I see the trigger like being
If you had a string, you could
I
Dave you
don't
could offer Gavin
think-
experience to
I do it. I
yeah.
have a string on Micah.
yeah. So like
I have
you
a
can use
string on Lenore.
stuff. If you want to just like Micah, if you want to just be shutting Gavin down, you can make that roll. I think that's totally legit because you're like threatening the violence. If you want to just hurt him, then you're going to be rolling to lash out physically, but you're going to be dealing extra harm because you have a gun.
Mhm.
These are all things that can happen.
I mean, I think that the Dark Power told me what I needed to do was to handle him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Dark Power gave me a gun.
Mm-hmm.
I would shoot him straight up.
Okay, so you're lashing out physically, and then we'll give the tempo to Gavin, who can then do something.
Mm-hmm. So I'm rolling volatile, and on a 10 up, okay, so this is volatile. I got a 7. So 7 to 9, you harm them but choose one. They gain 1 string on you. They deal you 1 harm for free. If they want to, you become your darkest self. I'm already my darkest self.
Mm-hmm.
So
So either he deals you a harm or you give him a string.
How much harm does a gun do?
2?
a lot. Yeah, I think I would say I would take a harm from him. I don't think that I want to be handing out strings when I'm in my darkest self, because I feel alone, and I just don't think that I would be like pulling on societal.
Yeah, you're really trying to like free
Well,
yourself of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Giving him a string would be that he has power over you. He's seen you be this way and be this like broken, craven, addicted, like spineless thing, and then that he has that over you later, right? That's the idea, is that you being violent with him reveals this.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
And if
it
I'm
seems
holding
like a
a
legit
gun,
option.
like he would have to like try and like. I guess it makes more sense for him to have a string on me.
Yeah, because he's like, because you shoot him. He has this you're like, oh, you're willing to shoot me over this nonsense.
Yeah. Well, it's not nonsense. It's my soul.
You don't have one of those.
Well, but it has my soul. Like it could like do whatever. Like
This
it's
is the thing I traded my soul for.
yeah. This is it. Like this is what I am.
All right, so Gavin takes 2 harm, gains a string on Micah. Gavin,
Gets
you have just
shot.
been shot, and it's like you get like gut shot or something. It's like really nasty, hurts a lot. It's kind of like just being punched by some giant hand.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I mean, I'm going to take that string, but I should have started with 2 moves. I just reread it. So I'm going to activate the long fuse, which is when I or someone wrapped in my arms. I thought I was going to use that on to shield somebody else from getting shot, but would take harm. You may negate that harm. And if you do so, name something that you hold dear. If you don't destroy that something later, then I take the harm later. And I just think that sounds really weird, so I want to do it.
Cool.
Okay,
It's
so
hard to shoot.
you
You shoot the
are-
Sasquatch and nothing happens.
Yep.
So you're negating the harm for what? It to happen later, or you destroy something you hold dear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so what is this thing that you hold dear? Is it Lenore?
Yeah, why not? my new singular friendship. I have to
you
take-
negate.
I touched you, and now you love me.
Yeah, you made a horrible mistake.
And so,
So
yeah,
you negate
you're-
the gunshot harm.
Mm-hmm.
How does that
he gets
happen?
shot.
What do
He
you
gets
do?
It's a
shot.
Sasquatch. He just gets shot.
Okay.
but he just doesn't notice it yet. He's just like, he's too big.
Okay.
So yeah, this thing hits you, but it's like it hits someone else, Gavin. You know, like this is a problem for later.
Oh God.
And so, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm like, I get a shot. I'm just like, for fuck's sake, I didn't ask for any of this today. I was just trying to. I got homework.
I just wanted to go to social studies.
I just grab this pistol and I just like fling it, just like through the plastic out the window of the classroom, and then I go to push Micah down like into a seat. And I was like,
There's no more
stay-
sheets.
There's no more furniture in the whole room, but what you could do is push Micah into the big pile of plastic on the floor. I'm sure that would end well.
Yeah, like, and I just push him back. I'm just like, whatever you're doing, whoever you're talking to, you need to calm down. I'm just
Okay, well-
push.
I don't want that to happen. So would I hold steady against that?
Yes, totally.
So you're lashing out physically, or you're
He's not really trying to hurt you. He's just like he's just trying to like contain you. So I feel like if you hold steady against that would let you
okay?
not get pushed in this pile of plastic, which might suck you down, consume what's left of you. Because
No, it already has me. Like,
Yeah,
I guess I'm not very useful, am I? Okay, so
you've
I
been
just,
chewed on for a while, but it might still eat you.
I just roll with cold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Border case.
This works really well all the time.
Ooh.
So I got a 10.
I'm gonna bump that down with a string because
Okay, so 7 to 9. You keep your cool, pick an option up from the 10 up list, but also gain the condition terrified. So I can either ask the MC a question about the situation, remove a condition, or carry one forward during the scene. So I'm gonna use that to remove blamed,
It's not my fault.
Yeah.
and then I gain the condition terrified.
Great. So, so in this moment where like Gavin is trying to like push Micah down, like something clicks for Lenore where she's like, oh, it's not like Gavin like overpowering this person, Micah like struggling against it, but seeming like scared and vulnerable maybe shows
Yeah.
you that like, oh no, like Gavin,
like it's not Micah, it's the thing.
yeah.
Whatever the thing is, that's the fault. That's who's at fault. Yeah.
But yeah, like so the two of you are like wrestling for a bit and maybe like get tired of that because it doesn't go anywhere.
Well, I think I think I would just try and like not get out of the like being pushed. So I don't know. Are we wrestling?
yeah, there's like a standoff is kind of what I'm picturing between Micah and Gavin with Lenore.
and I hold my ground.
While that sort of standoff is happening, I sort of break in to say something, because this has all been going on and I've been like, no, stop. Like, you don't have, like trying to sort of, I'm on the edge of it kind of thing. And I go like, stop, Micah, what can we do? Like, because this horrible thing is coming for everybody, like for Micah's soul and for all of us. Like, this is a bad time. I'm just trying to like appeal to Micah's like humanity, like
That last vestige of his humanity that you believe is there because you think he can be saved.
yeah, of course.
I'm scared. Micah, I feel like he's at a loss a bit because he knows that he needs to do this thing, but he's not quite sure like how to go about it. Gosh, what do I need to do here? I need I turn to Lenore and I'm just like, I can't. I don't know. Like, maybe we should all just. And I take a deep breath and like, I think I go over to where the door is busted in and like attempt to close it. Like I want to like seal this exit and be like,
Oh, look, Corey's at the door.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
totally am.
I was
You go to
waiting.
close the door, and it hits the toe of a motorcycle boot, and we look up, and yeah, like I'm shirtless, but I have this like gaudy like fur fucking robe on around my
of
shoulders,
course you do.
and I have my sunglasses on, and my face is like still kind of like pink, like I've washed off the blood, but you can still kind of see it. Yeah, I'm back for more. You're terrified, right? What do you do when you
I'm
see me?
terrified. I think Micah would like back away from the door and kind of try and let you enter. Yeah, and just I want to not be near Gavin, not be near like the plastic and the hole in the wall, but also I don't want to just leave the door unguarded, but I don't want to be next to you either. I'm very conflicted. I think I'm like at the chalkboard, like behind where Mr. Evans' desk would be, and I'm just like, fuck right now.
Well, you're right. You're like right in front of me, right? Like, cause I'm
Yeah.
at the door, and you like have your hand on the door.
I
and we're,
was
like, face
going to
face.
close the door. Yeah, I would back up towards the.
Do you have any strings on me right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have one string on you.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I want your help because the dark power told me that you drinking from me gave me control over you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I back up and then I stop myself and I'm like, Corey. And I look at you and I look to Gavin and I'm like, you need to handle him. And then we can, and he swallows a bit and he's like, obviously like not enjoying this. He's like, we can revisit, and he just stops. Like he doesn't say the rest of it, but he does like, he's not going to just be right up in your face because then you could probably just like go at him.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about if you spend your string and,
Okay.
and I'll take experience not to just like grab you and try to bite you again.
Okay, yeah. No, so what I'm trying to do with the string is I'm trying to get you to do what I want.
Which
with
is
the
not
promise.
bite you.
I want you to handle Gavin with the promise of letting you drink from me later.
Well, you don't know. I mean, the string is just. Yeah, I'll take the XP and yeah. And what do you mean by handle Gavin? Like,
That's what the dark power told me to do, handle him. So that's what I'm asking you to do is handle him. Like the quote unquote, like handle him, like get a handle on him. He's interfering with the situation. Like, and
sure.
yeah.
And what do you, Gavin? What do you want right now?
I think right now I want everything that is bad to stop happening and just like go back to normal. I think I want normal.
He
like,
wants
all
what a rational person wants.
Yeah.
Well, and he also wants Lenore to not be hurt, right?
Except I kind of do want to hurt her as well.
You've got this like fuse burning where you need to
Yeah.
literally destroy Lenore later or take to harm.
Yeah.
I would accept you destroying your relationship with Lenore or like this budding,
Right.
like nice friendship
Yeah.
that you have as well would be legit.
Yeah, I'm thinking about how that will work. I have a
Okay, but right now you just want to not be in this weirdness.
the plastic that can go, biting people that can go. You know, just like
All right. Gavin, I want to try to hypnotize you. So do you have any strings over me?
I do.
You do. Okay, so I can't.
Does Lenore have any strings on?
The only strings I have are on Micah.
So
None.
Lenore is the only person that you see as vulnerable right now, Corey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I can't drink her blood. She's a ghost. So I don't really care about her.
Mm.
Hmm.
Ghost blood is delicious.
Ghost blood is
No, I really want what I want is for Gavin and Lenore to leave and to leave me alone in the like weird plastic room with my feed bag here. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you could persuade me to if you're just like, it's fine. We're gonna, I don't know, however you want to handle that.
You two get out of here. I'm gonna eat this person.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I say. Like I say to Gavin, I'm like, I just turn and look at you, and I'm like, take the dead girl. I'll handle Micah. And I
And like at that, I'm just like, no, Lenore stays.
Yeah, and I'm like, I think at this point, yeah, like I turn to look at you, and well, I guess what do you do, Gavin? What do you say?
It's like, what's all this dealing with people? I think I got shot already. I don't. Are you gonna shoot her? Who else is gonna get shot? Are you gonna bite her? You bit someone. I mean, him. I mean, who are you gonna bite?
Gavin, it's none of your business. You can leave and just go back to your life.
Yeah, I turn and look at you, and I'm like, yeah, fuck off, nerd.
Yeah. I'll take the plus
Okay.
one on being manipulated. Yeah, absolutely.
No, so you're shutting down Gavin?
Yeah, I'm saying like, Gavin, you have no power here.
Yeah, like get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
You're totally willing to shut him down.
Yeah.
If you leave, I would consider our relationship fucked. Just so you're saying.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So this could be how it goes down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
So I got a +1 for this because I'm invoking the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So 7 to 9. You each give a condition to one another. You each lose a string. I'm down with losing my string on you. I'm gonna pick that one.
Okay, so we both lose a string.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would be Adam because now you can hypnotize.
Well, and also the follow up here is that now that I've dealt with Gavin, Micah doesn't have a string on me either.
Right.
Yeah, no, I already-
that one kills itself, and you get your XP.
I already took it out away. Yeah. Okay.
So what I'm seeing as about to happen in this scene is Gavin leaves. It wrecks his relationship with Lenore, this budding friendship.
Yeah.
So then he won't take his harm. It deals with the fuse.
Mhm.
Corey proceeds to feast on Micah.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
plastic sheeting.
My immediate plan would be to like hypnotize Micah, and then just make Lenore watch me. Like,
And then
gorge
Lenore
myself.
just like hangs out and watches this happen.
Well, I mean,
Well, I
she
mean,
like
I'm
the
gonna-
dark power wanted her, isn't that right? Like,
I'm trying to get Mike out of the situation, basically. 'Cause,
So,
like,
yeah,
I think Mike
Corey and Micah are about to have this like mutually annihilating, snake eating its tail thing where Micah always has blood in him and Corey has this endless appetite for it, and they're just gonna like, yeah, snake eats its tail forever. That's what's
Yeah.
about to happen in this
Yeah.
like weird plastic room little space.
So I guess maybe then it's Lenore that I have to hypnotize to stay.
I mean, I would try and leave. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
but what about the dark power? The dark power wanted her, and now she's like not defended.
Basically,
by Gavin.
what's about to happen is that Gavin will live, and the three of us will lose, consumed by darkness. Because I'm gonna make Lenore stay, which means that the dark power can have its way with her. And then I'm gonna drink all your blood, but you'll never die. So we'll
Yeah.
be locked in eternal consumption forever.
This is what I see on the table. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going. Yeah, like as I leave to like finally end this relationship thing, be like, you know what? Fuck all of this. I have no idea what's happening. I'm going to go home. I'll see you all tomorrow after you've done whatever it is you're gonna do.
Does Gavin shut the door? You don't shut the door, do
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, I like pick the door like back up on the hinges and I like ram it back closed. So it's like
He's
Cool.
just like
All the, like-
closing out the evil stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the like curled over tape that had been torn just like snaps back shut around the edges of the door.
As soon as I realize I'm alone, I would like to try and fall through the floor.
Okay.
Great. So you can roll to run away.
I mean, I'm
And
gonna.
then the rest
I
of
want to
it-
try to hypnotize you.
Okay.
Yeah. So, how do you, Andrew? How
so
do
I
you want
guess-
that to work?
I guess that's first. Yeah.
How do we want this to work? Yeah, you know what? I think like here's the fundamental question. Is Lenore enough of a deer in the headlights that Corey would get that like eye contact, right? Like, because
I
that's what
mean,
it would take.
as
right?
Gavin is leaving, I'm like, shit, but I'm like, I look to Micah probably with that last sort of like, like what can I do sort of look. And as I'm like turning, I probably catch Corey's eyes for a second
Yeah.
and then immediately start trying to leave.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like, I think there's probably the attempt at a hypnot.
Yeah, let's see if I can do
Yeah,
that.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was just
Does
asking, like, are you willing to cede the tempo to Adam to
Yeah,
get-
of course. Yeah.
Cool.
Does the dark power lose 1 string on me for getting Gavin out of the picture?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
at 4 by my count.
Yep.
Long way to go.
All right.
This
and
is what you
I've,
get
I've
from
got a
Pact
string
of
on.
the
Oh, I don't
Demon.
even need that shit.
Bye,
Ooh, I get an advancement too. Cool.
Oh my
It's all
god.
coming up, Corey.
Yeah. So yeah, all my command is the thing that I want to hypnotize you to do is just like watch.
And like I'm about to sort of like fade through the floor, and probably my foot is like just going through the floor as I like stop and like pull myself back up, and I look like really scared as I can't take my eyes off of you.
Yeah,
like
you're just like fixated.
I'm like really trying to, but I can't. Like you can see the effort,
So if I may, as Corey starts to dig in on Micah, you just see the like all the stuff that had been torn down, all the little like red strings of duct tape just start like inchworming their way along the walls and like re-sealing the room, and it like creeps under and out from under everyone and just like closes everything off, and we see it from like the camera is in that weird like meat locker fridge space, and we just see the plastic like stitch itself back together, and slowly like as the layers come closed, everything just like fades to gray, and we hear the like gnarly like suckling sounds of Corey
Gross.
on Micah forever.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. And that's the beginning of the adventures of Gavin, supernatural Sasquatch detective. Case
Yeah, I'm
closed.
I'm buying the same pickup truck that I couldn't get working, and I'm like smoking. I've got like a business coat on and stuff, and like there's the old ruined school that nobody goes to anymore back in my hometown with my like
Yeah.
police
With your
badge.
Hometown in rural
Like,
Oregon. Yeah.
Once and for all. And I'm just-
Oh man.
Awesome.
Great.
So it's like the first episode of the X-Files.
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't die, you big cinnamon Sasquatch. I'm glad you're alive.
Who knows what happened to the rest of
I
us?
love Harry and the Hendersons.
I imagine the fucking dark power consumed my essence.
Well, yeah, that's what it wanted.
No,
Kind of.
obviously I become some kind of super vampire now that I'm full of an unending supply of demonically tainted blood.
And I can't die, so I'm just
Yeah.
like trying to do what I'm supposed to do while you're just like, I'm hungry again. And I'm just like, Jesus.
We'd have a really good relationship.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, codependence is very helpful.
I would protect you forever because you're full of awesome blood for me.
And
And
I could, I mean,
next
so
step we
I
go
guess
after charity
everybody
in the
gets
damn
what they
Bible
want,
club.
but I'm dead.
Well, you were dead
Dad, you were always dead.
You get the oblivion you deserved all along. You're
Aw.
finally allowed to be
Isn't that what you wanted?
consumed. Mhm.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
I
get
mean,
to
the Dark Power just wanted to have all the ghosts be where they should be. Like great.
Dark power was here.
This is. I feel like this is a theme in these things that like I'm always the one. I'm always the one who gets fucked, like entirely.
Oh man,
Oh.
that was great.
Like,
I mean, this
There's-
time it's not my fault. It's Dave's fault.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
this
He left
one.
you.
There's
Everybody's-
Dungeon
listen,
World,
everybody's taking a
there's
turn.
Apocalypse World. Like I'm always the one.
Well, thank you for being such a good sport, Elf.
It was lovely. It was lovely. I had
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it was great. Monsterhearts is great. I liked it a
Thanks
lot.
for playing Monsterhearts with me,
Fun.
everyone.
Yeah, thanks for running in, Andrew. That was really fun.
Thanks for being really patient with me because I don't like run games very often, but y'all were all very supportive.
It was great.
Yeah, it was good.
It's super fun.
So I guess that's it. Everyone should shill. Do the shilling.
Do our things. Cool. Well, I'll go last because I've got some Roll20 stuff to talk about.
I'll go second to last because I have some. This is my
Okay,
channel.
I'm going to talk first.
Okay.
Go,
I'm
Andrew.
going to talk first. So, hi, I'm Andrew. You can find me in such internet places as Twitter at Commuting Crow or twitch.tv/actualfactual. Or, and I will like tweet the link to it because it's difficult for you to Google this because it just went up. But I now have a Patreon where you can go when you're not giving your money to all these other fine people like Jay, who you should subscribe to, and Distracted Elf, who you should subscribe to, and Adam Coble, who you should subscribe to.
I'm gonna slip
And
a
Dave,
five.
who-
I'm gonna slip a 5 across my virtual desk for you. That's for sure.
But yeah, I have this Patreon going, and this Patreon is all about me doing these shows still because this is ruining my life, trying to do all this stuff that I want to do.
This is ruining my life.
And also, I am designing a game, which is like kind of a magical girl anime kind of a game. It's a hack of Monsterhearts, which we just played, / Apocalypse World.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
That whole process, which will all be like centrally located on my Patreon. And I'll be showing my whole like development process, all my playtests, etc. will be recorded, and my notes will be scanned and all that stuff. So if you want to check that out, go there.
On your Twitter.
And yeah, on my Twitter will be a link to my Patreon.
Commuting Crow. Twitter.
That's the one.
Ping.
Bird theme. It's appropriate.
All right, I will go next. Hi, I'm Distracted Elf. I am wearing white face paint. I don't know if anybody even knows. Like,
I noticed.
I am
Like,
so-
I noticed.
I was
right
like,
away.
you know what? On that first break, and I just like quickly put on all this ghost makeup, and nobody even said chat. You didn't notice at all. I feel like,
Wow. Chat
feel-
failing.
It
ow.
was so perfectly fitting that no one felt the Verisymil.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, yeah.
Of course. But yeah, I'm Distracted Elf. I'm a partner streamer here on twitch.tv. Distracted Elf on Twitter, Distracted Elf in whatever. And I play games and tabletop and stuff. Hey, come hang out. I'm cool. Sometimes. Also, I'm a ghost.
Also, I'm a ghost.
Also a ghost. Yeah. Dave, superhero Sasquatch.
Yep. Hello, everybody. I'm Dave _the_human on Twitter. I don't have any particular programs or like anywhere you can find me to chill on or anything like that. I don't do
So
that.
mysterious.
I don't. Yeah, I don't contribute enough back to you to ask for money. If you want to give me money, I just
You have to work really hard to give money to Dave.
I
It's
don't
worth
want
it though, I
money.
promise.
Yeah, like I mean, if you can work out where I live, I'll accept just like packages of money. I don't.
Very creepy, but
Nothing
now I
else
want to find where you
though.
live.
Only money. You can't give Dave anything
Yeah,
else.
not like anthrax. I don't want that. That's
Just
so-
money.
I'm going to send
yeah.
you salt in the mail.
You'll find me, I guess, on like Adam's community. I might hopefully have some more stuff to do with other stuff that's being mentioned or was mentioned a minute ago, or like whatever. It's not my stuff because I tried to make my computer stream, but it's like it just doesn't like it. That's why I'm getting a new one, and that's why I don't have any money. But there's no way to give me any, so
This is really like circular.
yeah, I guess I just complain for a bit. Or like,
Dave is like, I can't stream, so you can't pay me, but please pay me so I
So I
can.
can
But I'm not going to
stream.
make it easy for you.
But also, I'm not going to tell you where to put the money in.
The shilling is so good, Dave.
It's
Good.
top
I love
tier
that.
shilling.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'll let you go last because it's your
Okay.
house. I'll let you see us out. But yeah. So I've been promising to talk about some plans for Roll20 Presents, which is the software we're using for this adventure, and the reason we're all here together playing games. We've had a slot for a second game that I've been looking to fill, and I know a lot of people were expecting the return of Burning Wheel, but because of a bunch of different things, Burning Wheel is going to remain on hiatus, and we are going to instead, with these lovely people, we're going to pick up where we left off for the Apocalypse World one shot. So if you
Hell yeah!
if you saw that Apocalypse World action and you liked it and you want to see more of us playing a game that is like this one but more post-apocalyptic, that's going to start next Friday. Nice, good work, Alf. So yeah, that's gonna start up next Friday, same time, so 11 o'clock Pacific, and that means we're gonna have two weekly shows. Thursday and Friday we'll be playing D&D and in Apocalypse World, and we'll do Apocalypse World for, I expect, 10 to 12 weeks, kind of a season of it, and then we'll check back in and we'll play something different, or we'll see where we're at then. So you can find the one shot if you haven't watched it yet, because I think we're gonna jump ahead in the universe, but use like similar setup and characters. You can find the one shot at MS Roll20 on YouTube, or at twitch.tv/Roll20 app in our VODs, and we'll be back on Thursday on that channel with more of the D&D Adventures League. I'm Adam. I'm usually the GM. Thank you for taking that responsibility from me today, Andrew. It was nice to get to play a character.
It's hot to switch roles sometimes.
It is, exactly. Yeah, and thanks everybody for playing Monsterhearts with me today.
It was great.
You wanna see us off, Blue Jay?
Yes, I'm Blue Jay. This is my channel, so you can find me right here. About 5. Well, I mean, I guess it's gonna be 4 days a week now, because we've got 2. Well, probably still 5 days a week. I don't know. I'll just never sleep.
You don't need that.
No, that's this is actually the last day, the last session of my partner spotlight with Twitch. So thank you all if you're new because of that. I'm gonna literally pack my bag and go to the airport after this to go to Disneyland. So you won't be seeing me for the weekend. I'm gonna be in the second most magical place on earth, Twitch first, obviously. But thank you guys so much for being here. Usually this show is on twitch.tv/Roll20 app. So you guys should all go and follow it if you haven't been watching our adventures before. We do the D&D, and we're going to be doing Apocalypse World. So if you're from here and haven't been there, please go follow Roll20, because I have so much fun over there. I'm sure we all do. And thank you guys for being so supportive during Partner Spotlight. I couldn't have done it without my regulars being really swell and nice, and the new people being really swell and nice, and all those people we banned, letting us ban them so we never have to see them again. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. So and that's it. That's the day. That's the week.
Right.
We're done. No more 1,000 people. It's great.
Cool. Well, thanks for letting us hang out in your virtual house. Blue
Yeah,
Jay.
your house is comfy.
Thank you.
We'll,
I tried to make you guys feel at home.
We'll see all of y'all on Thursday. Have a fun time at Disney Town, Blue Jay.
Disney Town. Yes, I will.
Bye, everybody.